Hey Future Bears, this is Matt with admissions, and this short video will walk you through the SOAR registration process. Please note that this is how the registration process will look on a computer, and if you're using a mobile device, it's going to be slightly different, but the procedures and steps that you take will be exactly the same. Now, as a reminder, SOAR registration takes place online, and you're going to want to navigate your browser to the link to your Missouri State University personalized site. If you need that link, if you've misplaced it for any reason, you can email us at any time at admissions@missouristate.edu, and we will send that link to you. Now, your link is going to look like my test site here. I do want to begin, again, this is just the home screen. I do want to begin by scrolling down to this box that begins with the turquoise SOAR registration opens February 1st bar. And we're scrolling down just because that's going to give you a link to the SOAR web pages to read more about the process, as well as some other details about the day, and then the basic steps as far as the actual registration process. So it's a pretty handy thing to know. If I scroll back up though, to actually register, what I want to do is click on the Visits and Events tab. And it's thinking about it. There we go. So this is all of the events that you could possibly register for through Missouri State and this site. So we are going to need to scroll down because we're talking about SOAR, which takes place in June or July. So this is a little ways in the future. So you do want to scroll down to the after next month category, and you can see for my test case, I've actually got 3 choices. If you are a student who is beginning in the summer, or if you are a student who is a member of the Honors College, or if you are a student athlete at Missouri State, there are actually some special SOAR sessions for those categories. And if we know about your status in one of those groups, you'll actually have that as an automatic option. You can see my test here is enabled for the Honors College. So again, if you are in the Honors College, you'll have the option of signing up for one of these 2 dates. You don't have to, it's just encouraged that you attend. But for this example, I'm going to go ahead and use the standard on-campus session, which is this one right here. So once we get into the actual registration page, the top part will be, again, just a short description of the day and then a little blurb about family registration. You are, at the in-person sessions this summer 2021, allowed to bring 1 guest. So that could be a family member, a parent, but just 1 as far as a spacing requirement. So we won't actually complete that family registration in this video. I will actually do another video that shows you how to register your guest. For right now, let's do the student registration, and we'll scroll down and you can see this calendar. All of the dates that have an in-person SOAR session, which is the category we chose, have a gray circle. Once we hover over them, that circle becomes maroon, and if we click on a date, you'll see it'll actually lock maroon. So there we go. I've chosen Monday the 14th. And since this is an in-person session, I do have the option of choosing how many guests. So I'll go ahead and go with 1. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'll major in accounting, that works. Do I have credit after high school graduation? Yes. How many credit hours? I'll stick with 18, that sounds good. But I'm not going to have an Associate of Arts degree. I'm not going to ask for accommodations. I'm not going to plan to do Missouri State Pride Band or Color or Winter Guard, so I'll click no there. And then for the time being, I'm going to click no as far as do I think my work schedule will impact my first semester classes. But once I've answered all of those basic questions, I can click register. Key thing to know about these questions is they can be changed. Don't fret if maybe the major interest or some other detail here ends up needing to be updated. A later video will actually show you how to change your registration after you've already made it. But for the time being, we've done everything. We've selected our date. We've answered our questions. I'm going to click register now. So with the student confirmation complete, you'll get this page. And in this page, it's essentially confirming that yes, we got your registration for June the 14th. Please check all of your emails. We sent you a confirmation email with this information. It could be your personal email you think of as your primary email. It could be your school email. In some rare cases, it's actually a parent email. So make sure you do check all the places it might possibly have arrived. And also, if you don't get anything, and you should have, also make sure you check those junk mail folders just in case. One thing I will point out, again, our next video will talk about the family registration. Since we've completed our our registration for this SOAR session, I now have more options. And in the next video, we'll go into the SOAR family registration option. So please tune in for that. And if you run into any issues with this process or needing your personalized site link, you can email us at admissions@missouristate.edu. And with that, go Bears!